Yes, oh yes, baby. You know what time it is. Oh, we got some weird shit going on with these cameras here. Hold on, I don't know what's happening here. We're trying to fix it. Hold on. What's up, everybody? From the Rocky Mountains of Utah down to the Panhandle of Florida. This is 100 Proof Football, baby. Coming at you live. My name is Paul Kleckler, joined as always by my co-host Adam Pope. Man, how you feeling, brother? What's going on, dude?
Man, that was such a freaking crazy week last week.
Dude, you ain't lying, man.
I mean, we picked a bunch of upsets, and we got only half of them right. So there was plenty of upsets to be
Yeah,
had.
yeah, that's right.
But gee, I mean, who saw the Eagles? Who saw Buffalo? I mean, I don't know. I was just flabbergasted. But give us some props up. I mean, I'm all about the UK, NFL UK, go over in England and stuff, but we got to give some props up to Germany.
Yeah, dude.
Representing the best crowd in the NFL by
Oh,
far this
wow.
year, probably in the last few years. That stadium was rocking, and those fans didn't leave until way after the game was over. They're still singing and cheering. I mean, that was a thing of beauty. Thank you, Germany, for giving me that.
Yeah, that was nice, man. And we got a pretty good UK listenership and European listenership as well. We just spreading the joys of football and beating the odd makers from coast to coast and sea to shining sea, baby. So yeah, man, shout out to Germany, man. Their first ever game in the country of Germany. So that was cool, man. But it was a crazy week, man. I'm talking about crazy ass week. So what's some of the crazy things that happened, man? What was Vegas record, man? The odds makers had a shitty week, man.
Yeah, so Vegas, I mean, just to start out, Vegas was 6-8.
Mm,
And these are the people that pick the games.
right.
I tied Vegas at 6-8. You were ahead of us at 7-7,
Mm.
and you were 2-2 on wrong team favor, and I was 1-3.
So not getting it done is what you're saying.
You got it done. I mean,
I mean, 2-2 is okay. Hey, if we didn't win no money, ain't nothing got done. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, that is
Let's
true.
go. Let's go. So I know before we start the tab for this week, we got to pay some penance, man. What do we owe?
Oh man, so I owe a bourbon because I picked the Cowboys,
Okay.
and I owe a beer because I picked the Seattle Tampa Bay over. You owe a scotch because you picked the Cowboys,
Hmm.
and you owe a beer because you went with the Falcons, Panthers over, and it was under.
It was under. Damn, man. All right, all right. Well, let's get to since we both owe a beer. I guess let's get to that. Right. Let's get down to business. Not waste too much time. Let me prep this jive. This is what we do, man. We have a. If you're new to the channel, man, we're on your favorite social media, but 100 Proof FB on Twitter and Instagram, and we're on YouTube every week, 9:30 this time right now, 9:30 Eastern on a Tuesday night, man. But what we do at the end of the show, we make some parlays. One of them is drink themed. It's our trademark bourbon Scotch beer parlay, and any one of those legs of the parlay that we miss, we put our money and our liver where our mouth is, man. So we got to pay the penance on that. So we both missed two legs of that parlay last week, not getting it done at all.
Not.
So, all right, all right. Did we miss the 100 proof?
Oh, I didn't even check the 100 proof.
I think we did, bro. I think we both had Eagles, right?
I had the Cowboys. You had the Eagles.
So we both missed 100 proof too, man.
All
Not
right,
getting
here we
it
go.
done.
Yeah,
All right. Not I ain't gonna let him escape, y'all. I ain't gonna let him escape.
I just
Woo.
had to double check. Oh my god. All right, here we go.
All right, start off with the beer. All right, all right. Let's do it, man. Here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Woo. Man. Classiest stream on YouTube, baby. Let's go. Let's go. So now we gotta
Oh
do
man,
wanna do the 100 proof next?
might as well.
What you on? You on that whistle pig?
I'll do the whistle pig 100 proof.
I'm on the good stuff. No, I can't do this because you know why? Weller is for winners. And we didn't damn sure win last week, man. So I'm gonna switch over to my private stock, 115.2 proof Wyoming
You
whiskey.
got like
baby.
a shot in there. That's about it.
I know that's I got that about left. You ready?
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers. Ooh, polish off that bottle.
Woo.
And last, but not least, you got a bourbon and I got a scotch to do.
I'm doing Buffalo Trace for this. A
There's
little bit
Trace.
easier.
I'm gonna do my my go-to Glenmorangie right here, man.
Oh yeah. Glenmorangies good.
I used to be a big Glenlivet guy back in the day. I went through a scotch phase. But regardless, cheers.
Cheers. Depends on where you want to get your scotch, Highlands, or whatever.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. All right. Well, now that we've totally defiled ourselves, let's get this fucking show on the road, man. You ready to start a tab?
Ready to start that damn tab.
Let's get it going.
You want to start a tab?
I've not yet begun to defile myself.
Open bar, dude. Tonight, we're getting fucked up.
I love scotch. I love scotch. Scotchy, scotch, scotch. Here it goes down into my belly.
All right, man. So it's time to start our tab, man. What you walking up to the bar, you pull your chair out, you're sitting down. What you telling the bartender to turn on the TV when you get your first drink, man? What's your first game of the week?
It's going to be the Big Uglies.
Oh.
One of those where you might take 3-3 homes, but it might be an eventful night. New York Jets, New England Patriots.
Okay.
Again, it's at New England. New England has this weird home field advantage, especially at this time of year. It gets a little bit cold, and
true.
However, the whole thing with the Jets is that they're young, ignorant, and stupid for the benefit of the Jets. They just want to play football. They don't care about like what happened in the past. They're there to just have a good time. And so give me, you know how we do it. I only picked this because it's wrong team favored.
Oh, man.
Jets over the Patriots.
The wrong team is favored, yo. How about that? All right. Well, what's the line on that one? It's is it 2.5?
I got 3 when
you got 3? Okay. It's tricky, man, because that defense still plays good. I don't care how bad the offense is. The defense might score you 7. But the Jets did beat the Bills and then took a week off to get right. Mm-hmm. So, man, I'm going to do it. I'm going to drink with you, man. Wrong team is favored.
This man before the show didn't want to drink.
No, I had a stomach bug this week, man. I said if I puke on stream, maybe it'll be good for TV. I don't know, but we going for it, man. No weeks off, man. No days off for the 100 Proof Mafia. What's up, man? I was torn between 2 games on this one, dude. But I only tell you the one that I went through and picked as my game of the week. How about them boys going down to the 8-1 Minnesota Vikings, yo? I'm just gonna keep doing it, man. I'm gonna keep patting myself on the back. I'm gonna keep blowing my horn because I called this in January. Okay, I actually called it all last year. If I said I can't stand what Zimmer's doing to the team. If they ever got an offensive-minded coach in there, they could beat everybody. And in January, I picked them to go to the NFC Championship game. That's the Final Four of the NFL. They could go deeper than that. One of the best catches, I say, in my opinion, the best catch I've ever seen last week from Justin Jefferson. He's had lots of one-handed catches, but I've never seen a one-handed catch also in both of the other hands of the DB that you come down with. I've never seen that in my life. I jumped out the chair. I wasn't even rooting for any team until that happened, and I was like, shit, all right, go Vikings at this point. That was too badass. So, but man, the Bills reeling a little bit. We'll talk about them in a little way. But I don't even know how the Cowboys, lost last week. That was a big shock to me. Where did that Green Bay team come from? What happened to the Giants D? I mean, I keep saying Giants, the Cowboys D. Man, it's a 1-point line, and the Cowboys are favored, I believe, in this game. On the road. So Vegas is saying they don't expect Dallas to drop 2 in a row. And after an emotional win with the Vikings last week, they think there might be a little bit of a letdown. That's what that tells me. And it tells me on neutral field that the Cowboys will be favored 3.5, 4 points. So that's interesting to me. I tell you what I'm going to do, because I had the same suspicion. I don't think Dallas drops 2 in a row. And I don't think that the Vikings, they're definitely good enough to beat the Cowboys. Emotional letdown, I don't know. They're pros. They get back to work and go win another game. They're at home, going to have, skull clap behind them. So I think I'm picking the Cowboys, but for the sake of the show, I'm going to have both in the parlay. But if I can get the Vikings as dogs, I'm taking them. Wrong team's favorite.
All right, I like that. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Like, who thought Dallas would drop to Green Bay after Green Bay just lost to Detroit? Wasn't even kind of that close of a game as far as like Aaron Rodgers throwing 2 picks and the touchdown, like in the red zone. And then Dallas had a 28-14 lead. They opted out for a field goal. I don't know. There's some bad coaching in that game.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dallas got away, or I guess Green Bay got away with the pass interference, and Dallas had a little sloppy play at the end that cost them a game. Minnesota, 7 games in a row, every victory less than 8 points. So I mean, they're definitely keeping it pretty damn close. But it's at Minnesota,
Right.
and I don't care if you're winning ugly or whatever, but you're still winning. And I think even against the Bills, they actually look better to me than they have beating some of these other teams. So if I'm going to be a betting man, wrong team favored.
Let's
It's
go.
at home in a better record all day long. Wrong team favored. Cheers.
Yeah, I mean, if Dalvin Cook busts off an 80-yard run every week, I mean, that's a pretty safe bet. I'm over here. Since we had our guest on last week, our cameras are messed up for this week. I'm trying to fix these real quick. Sorry to anybody out there watching and tuning in. We just bear with us for 2 seconds. As you can still see our picks from last week. If you don't believe us about our record, there it is right there for all eyes to see. But yeah, it's weird. I mean, I have a sneaking suspicion the Cowboys do win the game. Like I said, but it's like when you can get the Chiefs or somebody as underdogs, man. Why not take them? Shoot, you don't get those kind of badass teams as dogs very often. All right, next up on the slate, Thursday night, Prime Video, 8:15, the 6-3 Tennessee Titans on the road at aforementioned Green Bay at 4-6. Going to Lambeau. Talk to me.
What kind of Green Bay are we going to see?
Okay.
Is it from last week? Because that's a whole different Green Bay team I've seen all year. Christian Watson and Aaron Rodgers actually look pretty damn good. And then Tennessee, I mean, they played a tough-ass Denver defense. They stuffed Derrick Henry. I think he had 20-something carries, maybe 20 carries for 50-something yards. I mean, they really did a number on Derrick Henry. That defense is nasty, but they came out with the W, and that's what you're trying to do.
There you
go. This is my thing. It focused all on one person. Gary up the gut on that defensive line. Without him, I think Derrick Henry will have a better day with the Green Bay Packers defense. So give me Tennessee winning, wrong team favored.
Wrong team is favored. We got 3 WTFs right off the bat, man. Look, it all comes down to that's the question, man. Where was that Green Bay team all year? And are they back this week to do it again? I don't know, man. You got to do it more than once for me to not think it's a fluke. I mean, they've been god awful. I mean, you mentioned them losing to the Lions. They lost, 4 in a row? Something like that? 3 in a row. It wasn't just the Lions. They losing to anybody that showed up. So, one game, good on you. But, I don't think the Commanders are going to go on some kind of playoff run all of a sudden either. So, give me – I'm with you. This is probably not good for TV, but it doesn't matter. We're agreeing so far, man. Give me the Titans, wrong team, favored as well. Cheers. I drank to that, sir. All right, next on the slate. 1 p.m. Fox, the 3-7 Bears on the road to the 4-6 Falcons. Talk to me.
Another tough game. I'm gonna have I'm actually gonna stay away from this game because I don't like either team. Like I could see both teams laying goose eggs, and I know Justin Fields has been awesome for fantasy footballers. However, it's all running and scrimmaging and all that stuff. Bad angles on the defense, and he has some damn legs. Like once he gets to open space, he's gone. You have to play disciplinary defense, control your gaps, keep him in the pocket. However, and I think Atlanta could do it, and it's in Atlanta, so I'm going to go with Atlanta just to win. I know it's 3 points. Maybe they win by a last-second field goal, but just Atlanta win. I'm okay with that.
Interesting. I cannot drink to you on that, man. The Bears have found something. They're playing good teams close and beating bad teams. I think the Falcons are a bad team. They play hard, but they don't get it done, as evidenced by their record. The Falcons are 4-6, and nothing's really changed with the Falcons, man. They kind of are what their record are. I don't think they're having a new, their trajectory has changed at all. The trend line is flat to me. Meanwhile, the Bears are trending up, man. You got to be at least somewhat bullish on what the Bears are doing, which is winning football games. And they played the Dolphins really damn close, and the Dolphins are undefeated with Tua. So lots of things are happening in Chicago that I'm not used to seeing. I dumped on Justin Fields harder than I did Jalen Hurts in the offseason. And maybe I'm wrong about both, man, but for this one, the Bears are kind of on a roll, and the Falcons are just, kind of stuck in the mud. So I say the wrong team is favored, starting off with 4 underdogs. What a recipe for success. Next up on the slate, 1 p.m. Fox, the 3-7 Panthers on the road to the 6-3 Baltimore Ravens. Talk to me.
I mean, there's not much to discuss. I'm not gonna sit there and waste my time on PJ Walker's ass and anything to do with Carolina. Baltimore's coming off a bye. They have Lamar Jackson, and that's all you need to know about this game. I don't like the 12 points because I don't like over double digits on a spread.
Right.
So give me Baltimore by 10 or 9, but I'm easily taking Baltimore in this game.
Ravens win. How about that? All right. Well, I agree with you. I will drink to that, sir. Cheers. Ravens win, coming off the bye, but the X Factor does what's his name? Freaking Baker Mayfield. Does he do anything for you, man?
Nope, he doesn't. He's never done anything for me.
I mean, I expect.
I don't know about you,
but a little monkey wrench maybe in the train of thought. Maybe, I don't know. He threw, like I said, the last action, he threw 3 touchdowns and a half the last time he got a chance to play. So just to throw that out there, another reason I don't think the Ravens cover as well is Baker Mayfield is playing, but I do think they win, especially coming off their bye. So we drink to that. Next up, 1 p.m. 3-6 Browns on the road to the 6-3 Buffalo Bills. Talk to me.
Dude, yeah. Buffalo, I thought had a game in hand, and apparently they did not. And again, this is back-to-back weeks. Josh Allen, with coming down to the end of the game, had 2 costly turnovers. I know you want to go for the win, but sometimes going for overtime's okay. At least you didn't cost your team like he did. And I'm just being critical. I mean, Bills Mafia I love, and we both picked Vikings last week, but that was before we knew about Josh Allen, how healthy he was. He looked fine, and they came out strong. And Cleveland I had last week as well over the Dolphins, but they did not come to fruition. If you can't beat Miami, I don't think you could beat Buffalo, even though Miami has the better record.
Miami beat
Even
Buffalo.
though Miami beat Buffalo. I'm just very bullish on Buffalo. I think, it's the NFL. Shit like that's going to happen. Dust off your shoes, move on. Buffalo win. And I say for the 3rd week in a row, Buffalo covers.
Wow. What's the spread on this one?
8.
8. That's a number I don't like.
Yep.
But all that being said, I would drink to you on this. I mean, when's the last time they lost back-to-back games, man? I don't know. That was a heartbreaking loss. At least they're at home again for this. The Browns look like the Browns of every other week except the time they played the Bengals on Monday Night Football. So if they're still that team, I think it'll be an easy beat down and a get-right game for the Bills, who need a little getting right, man. I mean, you got to think about who they've lost to, man. Like, playoff Super Bowl contending teams. If you're going to, besides the Chiefs, if you're going to beat these teams and go to the Super Bowl and win one, show me something.
And one's in your division.
What's up?
One's in your division. Miami.
True. One's in your own division. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good point. So, yeah, man, Bills got to do something. All the hype don't mean nothing if you can't beat these teams. So, I think they do, though, this week as well. Cheers.
Cheers.
Next up on the slate, 1 p.m. Fox, the 5-5 Commanders on the road at the 1-7 and motherfucking 1 Houston Texans. Talk to me.
I think this is another freaking tricky game. I mean, honestly, It's at Houston. You got Damian Pierce. I think Mills is very adequate quarterback. He probably needs some weapons on the outside. And then Washington last week, I mean, beating an undefeated Philly.
At Philly.
I wanted to go Houston because I was like, Washington's coming off their high, but I just cannot. Give me Washington because I think they have more talent overall. Like Houston has Damian Pierce, Washington has B-Rob and Antonio Gibson. They have McLaren. I mean, they have a lot more talent. Their defense is a little bit better. So, yeah, give me Washington. Win and cover.
Man, I just have this feeling about this game, dude. I just had this feeling about this game. Everybody, after watching the Commanders beat the Eagles, going to say there's no way they're going to lose to the Texans. It's just like this momentum wave that oddsmakers love to get you sucked in on. And I ain't riding that wave, baby. I'm going wrong team favored. The Texans get it done, get their second win of the season when nobody sees it coming, because that's how you have to win money against Vegas. Give me the Texans, wrong team favorite this week. Man, they've like almost beaten a bunch of teams. They just get that late fourth quarter turnover that kills their game-winning or tying drive. So whatever. It's a total gut call. There's a reason I don't diet. I got this thing I carry around with me, so I'm gonna rely on it this week. Go Texans. Next up, 1 p.m. CBS, the 8-1 Fly Eagles Fly on the road at the Fighting Jeff Saturdays at 4-5 and motherfucking 1. Talk to me. Oh, before I go, I forgot my 100-proof game of the week. I just passed it. Is Baltimore this week.
Mine too. That was my 100 proof as well. And my beer goggles, because we already passed it, I would go with the Minnesota Vikings.
He's got his beer goggles on for the Vikings. All right, let's do it. We're buttoned up here.
I don't care if you're drunk and you're toothless.
Hey, Charlie's Angel.
It's a man, baby.
All right. So just so you know what the 100-proof game of the week is, that's our number one game we feel the strongest about. It very rarely is in lines with what the odds makers think is the biggest favorite of the week. But this week, I think it happens to. And Baltimore is both of ours, apparently. 100-proof game of the week. If we're wrong, as we did at the beginning of the show this week, we take a shot of 100 proof as penance before we start talking and making too much sense on the following episode. By the way, if you're enjoying the episode, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the bell, hit the sub. Show us some love out there. 100 Proof Mafia growing and growing. About to hit 1,500 subscribers, I would think, maybe this week. Man, it's just amazing to see this kind of stuff happen. Thank you. Don't forget, look us up on Twitter and Instagram, especially Twitter, y'all. We drop a lot of parlays on Sunday that you have to be on Twitter to see what we think. All right. So without further ado, Eagles at Colts. Talk to me.
Okay. Let's just start with the Colts. Jeff Saturday, he actually had the best offensive scheme for the Colts. You run the ball, you possess the ball, make very easy reads for Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan had a 40-yard carry. I mean, I know it's against the Raiders, and you should never let Matt Ryan carry the ball for 40 yards on a single carry. However, it happened. But I mean, honestly, it was run, run, run. And that's what I've been kind of screaming out the whole year. It's like, you got an MVP candidate in the backfield, and you've yet to really utilize them except for the first game. And then he got injured. So with the offensive lineman in there, he's like, dude, we're running the damn ball, which I liked. And then as far as the Eagles, you can't put that on Jalen. I mean, he hit Goddard, and technically Goddard had a face mask before he fumbled, or as he was fumbling. It was a no call, but it was a fumble. But he caught the ball, and then there was a 50-yard catch the very next possession, and he fumbled the ball. I mean, it's pretty bad. I mean, Jalen was putting him back in the game. I know he's the QB and all, but I didn't mind the loss because you saw it coming. I mean, you're not going to go undefeated. They're not the Dolphins of 72.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the 6.5. I think Indy is playing with some kind of pizzazz, but I'm not that stupid to say wrong team favored. Give me Philly win.
You say all that to say, give me Philly. All right. Eagles win, don't cover. Yeah, I'm kind of in line to think about that though. But man, you get some nuggets of information on this damn program, man. If you listen to your boy a few weeks ago with the Panthers, I say when you get a new coach, sometimes it just injects a new, some new energy and fire into the bloodstream. And they went off and pulled off an upset or two. And then, damn if the first game with Jeff Saturday, who Bill Cowher said was a disgrace of a coaching hire, kind of raised my eyebrows a little bit, but I see his reasoning. But hey, they beating somebody, man. They got off the mat. It was Jeff Saturday as 1-0 as the head coach, and I just don't think that it's going to be that Cinderella of a story, though, man. I think the Eagles, especially after losing that game, are going to come out mad, ready to play. Give me the Eagles to win and cover. So I will drink to that, sir. Cheers.
Cheers.
Next up, baby. 1 p.m. Fox, the 3-6 Rams. Cooper Cup-less Rams on the road at the 3-7 Saints. Man, I know you and your feelings about your fantasy team, man. Talk to me about it. Try to remove your heart out of it. Talk with your head, man. What's going on?
As far as fantasy football, I was so happy. I was like, yes, I got it. Amon Rod St. Brown back. And yes, CD Lamb.
You got to jersey check. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, yes, he actually had a good game and stuff. So my team's about to get healthy, and then, oh, man, it's a heartbreaking loss. Yep. Cooper Kupp. And honestly, I think that takes everything away from LA. If they were a playoff team making a push for the playoffs, I understand the surgery's not that big of a deal. It's just kind of clean everything up down there so he can actually heal faster. But yeah, if they were a playoff team, he would probably come back in the last few weeks of the season. But they're not, and I don't think he's going to come back this season. That's just my opinion. I think they're going to rest him, put him on the shelf. Saying that, it's also at the Saints, New Orleans. I mean, with you've seen LA all season, even with Stafford. And if Stafford's back this game, he's not going to be healthy. So, yeah, give me New Orleans Saints winning. And, hell, I'm going to take the cover.
Yeah, it's hard to argue. I mean, Stafford's the big question for me. Look, my thing about why I almost want to pick the Rams is because now they don't just have to feed one guy. I kind of don't like it when teams do that. It's great if you're on your fantasy team, see Devontae Adams with Rodgers all those years. But now when you got to spread it around, you can keep a defense on their heels more. And they can't just shade to one side of the field or double cover one man. So, I don't know the whole Stafford situation right now. Do we have an update on him?
I do not have an update.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can find one real quick. But yeah, if Stafford's 85%, man, I might be leaning freaking Los Angeles, dude, because like I said, the running game stalling. All they've had is Cooper Kupp just about, and they feed him and feed him and feed him, and it works a lot. But you need something else, and now they're going to be forced to find something else, or rather a whole lot of something else all over the place. So look real quick while I'm looking up Stafford's latest.
I mean, right now he remains in concussion protocol.
Okay, that's all it says.
And that was 9 hours ago.
Okay, so
Okay.
so I'm gonna do it. Give me the wrong team as favored. I think he plays this week. Give me the Rams to win. Wrong team favorite. Next up on the slate, baby. It is the 1 p.m. Fox game. The 3-6, your 3-6 Detroit Lions on the road at the 7-2 G-Men. What? Only one game behind Philly right now. Talk to me.
Dude, the Giants, great team. It's at New York. I mean, they're putting on a great show. I think they were actually getting stronger as the year goes on, because at the very beginning, they're winning just by defense and hoping for that last possession and maybe 2 possessions, but really kind of coming back or something to winning. And now they're just outright winning, up front. And Barkley's back. But I'm Detroit.
Whoa.
Give me the Lions. Wrong team favored.
Whoa, man.
I like them. I know it's a homer pick, so please don't pick them, but I love the Lions in this game. This is the Lions game.
Dude, I'm actually not far from doing that, man. And you might, I don't know, man. I was about to pick the Giants, but I just don't know if they're No, I got to do it. I got to stick with it, man. Defense and run game wins football, and they got both of those right now. I like where your head is at. I think they can very well win the game with enough offensive firepower, and Danny Dimes tripping over his own dick. But give me the Giants winning and covering right now. Being at home, they got a lot going on. They know Philly lost. They're dipping at the heels of the division. Let's go, man. And they just took a lead over the Cowboys. 4-5 Fox, 2-7 Raiders. What the hell's going on there? At the 3-6, let's ride Broncos. Talk to me.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on with Las Vegas. I think it's all coaching. I don't like the coach. And as far as Denver, I mean, they got the defense. They got Russell Wilson. And again, I just led to where Matt Ryan had a 40-yard scamper against Las Vegas Raiders. And now you're going against Russell Wilson. And I don't know, because now they're without, I don't know about the whole Judy thing. It's tough. But since it's at Denver, and at least if there's one thing true about this game, Denver's defense is legit.
That's true.
Other than that, you don't know anything else about this game except for Denver's defense is that good. So give me Denver to win at home. And that's it. Just win.
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue with what you said, so I really won't. But, last I heard about Judy, it seems like he avoided major injury, kind of DK Metcalf style. So maybe he does suit up this week. I mean, dude, I'm done with the Raiders. I'm not picking them the rest of the year. Maybe they'll win another one and mess up a parlay of mine or something, but it ain't going to be this week, I don't think. I don't know who they're beating. They just can't do anything right. So, yeah, give me the Broncos. I don't spend much time on it. Broncos. I
You
don't
need
like.
Charlie Brown back on.
Yeah, there you go. I don't
Tell us
like.
what about the Raiders,
Give
man.
me some insight on that one, man. Yeah, but I don't like picking the Broncos. I did in a couple parlays last week. Without that flea flicker, they might have won, but hey, that counts. So, yeah, give me Denver wins. I don't have a problem with it. Cheers. I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
Three games left, baby. 425 CBS. 5-4 Cincinnati Bengals on the road trying to get some week 1 revenge against the 3-6 Pittsburgh Steelers. Talk to me.
Interesting fact. Pittsburgh has now, well, I guess Tomlin
Mike
has
Tomlin.
now beaten.
Mhm.
Yeah. Tomlin has now beaten all 31 teams in the NFL last week.
Stealing my material. Let me look up another fact real quick.
Ooh. So another interesting fact. This goes against Pittsburgh. Their longest touchdown this year on offense has been 8 yards. I mean, they can't do it, and because of that fact that they have to march down the field and it's ugly, and again, rookie quarterback, that they need a whole off season to recoup. Look at everything that went wrong this year. Okay, this is all the bad. We got to look at it in the face and say, this is not us. We got Najee, we got Pickett, we got Pickens, we got a defense. We need to improve on the offensive line. And I think, we need to make sure we have another second receiver lockdown,
Not a Deontay Johnson believer?
But it's not going to happen in a week, this week.
Right.
So, give me Cincinnati. Win. And why not cover?
Yeah, I can't argue with the pick at all. I really won't. Once again, I'm on board. Cheers. I'll drink with you. But dude, Steelers, they got TJ Watt back. That matters. That's good for
big
4
time.
points a game maybe for against the other team that they won't score. Pickett is looking like a rookie, man. He's missing some guys that he shouldn't. But the offense as a whole, nobody that I know in Steeler Nation's a fan of what Matt Canada's doing. The offense looks pedestrian at best. They do have some pieces. I'm a huge Pickens guy. I'm pulling for Pickett, but I love George Pickens. He's a beast. Deontay Johnson's good, but he drops balls still sometimes, which is maddening. But he's good. It's just, man, as a lifelong Steelers fan, I've not always been the Mike Tomlin guy. There's times when I like him, but I always thought he inherited Cowher's team, and that's where most of his success came from early on. And nothing's really bared out to prove otherwise. As that team got older and retired, this team's gotten worse and worse. So, and he's never not had Ben Roethlisberger. So, a guy that started with a stacked deck has done well in his career and beat all 31 teams. Good on you, but now you're about to have your first losing season in your career, and it's also the first season you haven't had a Hall of Fame quarterback. So, 2 fingers in my eyes, 2 fingers back to you, Mike Tomlin. I'm watching you, man. This is going to be entirely your team and entirely your rebuilding vision. So we'll see what happens. In the meantime, I drink with you. Bengals win and cover. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Sunday Night Football, baby. 8:20 p.m. NBC and Universal. 7-2. Kansas City Chiefs on the road at the 5-4 LA Chargers. Talk to me.
I mean, this is probably the best game if you want to see offense this week. The LA is still missing a lot of key pieces, especially on the receivers. And I think it all starts like LA hasn't looked like LA Chargers without Keenan Allen. I think that's where it all kind of starts. I mean, this is 100 reception kind of guy, probably about 1,000 to 1,200 yards, each year, and probably 12 to 15 touchdowns. That's missing right off the bat. He hasn't been there all year. And now you're missing Mike Williams, and you're going real deep in the charts for these guys. And that's proven a lot to be on Eckler. everybody knows you're just gonna have drop back and or drop down passes to Eckler or whatever, and he can't do it all himself. They need to spread the field, and I think that's why Herbert doesn't look as good as what he was projecting. I mean, I had him in top 3
Yeah.
in my preseason.
Right.
In Kansas City, I mean, as long as everything's clicking, I actually kind of like what Tony's doing. So give me Kansas City. I know it's in LA, but give me Kansas City to win. And it's 6.5. I'll say they win by 7. So winning cover.
There you go. Yeah, much of the same. I mean, the Chiefs' defense has improved. If the Niners just beat the Chiefs by, the Chargers, I think by 8, 7 or 8. I think the Chiefs beat them worse than that. Chiefs are clicking. Nothing stopping them really from winning another Super Bowl, in my opinion. And so I say the Chiefs win and cover as well. I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
It's interesting, man. What week last year we did I make our Super Bowl picks when you actually hit the Rams last year? What week was that?
Probably this week.
It's coming up on us. We should do that. We can do it this week or wait a week. I haven't put much thought into it.
You haven't put any thought into it.
All right, we'll do week 12. We'll make our pre-playoff Super Bowl predictions. All right, next up, 8:15, Monday Night Football, ESPN Deportes. The 5-4 49ers on the road at the 4-6 Arizona Cardinals. Talk to me.
I mean, again, I'm not going to pick Arizona. So let's go ahead and say San Francisco is going to win. I don't think they're going to cover the 8. Arizona has bad juju. 49ers, Garoppolo, he can control that offense very well. Definitely good enough to beat Arizona. So give me San Fran easily to win against Arizona.
You got people yelling at each other and crying in the locker room after their Arizona games, talking about we should be better than this and all that. Now they ain't got Zach Ertz this week. I don't see it happening, man. I got the 49ers winning as well. When the 49ers are on, they can win the Super Bowl. They just have these weird weeks where they're off big time, and there's no reason that it couldn't happen again this week, but I will also take the 49ers to keep the train rolling, man. And that's going to do it for our week of the Week 11 slate. So time now, you know what time it is for our parlay makings, baby. Starting off with our trademark bourbon, scotch, and beer parlay.
One bourbon, one scotch, one
Beer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You, as is tradition, you are up first.
All right. So my bourbon. I'm going with the Saints. And I know that's a 4-point spread.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how much faith I have in the Saints. I talked myself into that one. My scotch. I went with the Bills. I mean, it's at Buffalo. They're not going to lose 3 straight. Come on. Give me the Bills.
I like it.
And then my beer, 49ers Cards, 43.5. Give me the over in that game. I think 49ers will have 28 to 31 points in that game.
All right. So $100 on that bet wins you $349 and 42. And for anybody that's not listening or that's new, that's a new listener, the bourbon, scotch, and beer parlay. It's a drink themed 3-leg parlay. Each leg is one of the 3 traditional ways that you would bet a game in Vegas. That would be the spread, the money line, and the over/under. Each one in that order with the aforementioned drink, bourbon, scotch, beer. If we're wrong about any one of those 3, and the parlay busts, we drink or chug or take the shot of that drink as penance before we start the show the following week on air. So that gets a lot of fun sometimes, at least for maybe the viewer. Maybe it's not as much fun for us sometimes. All right. So that's not bad. No, $349 on a payout for a $100 bet. That's good. I'm going to do, let's see. Oh, I hit something weird on this. For my bourbon, I think the Chiefs will cover the 6.5 point spread. So give me the Chiefs for my bourbon. Give me, let's see here. Give me Baltimore once again. That's also my 100 proof game of the week. Give me the Ravens to win this game. And give me, lastly, give me the under on the Cowboys-Vikings game, man. A lot of defense I see in this game. 47.5 points. Give me the under on that, man. If you put $100 on that, it wins you $316 and 0 cents, man. So $316 on a bourbon Scotch beer parlay. What you like about that?
I like how you went ballsy with the Chiefs. And then, I mean, Baltimore was very simple. And the Cowboys Vikings, you said defense. It could go either way. If it's a defensive game, you're in. Just depends on those 80-yard touchdowns for Cook.
Yeah, I think the boys got a
Or
good
Jefferson.
defense. They're going to be reeling. They're going to be, they know their division hunt is on the line. So I think they play them close. The Chiefs didn't do anything. I mean, not sorry, the Chiefs. The Vikings didn't do anything until they had to, which kind of seems to be their MO in a weird way. They'd be losing a lot of these games and then come back and win them in the fourth quarter. So if they can keep, if the defenses have their day, I think it's clearly an under game. But I have a suspicion about that. So without further ado, man, it's time to get loose. You ready? Big boy parlays.
Yes, sir.
No gray goose if you don't get loose.
No gray goose if you don't get loose. Talk to me, man. Let's make some motherfucking money this week, man.
Yeah. So this is only a $20 parlay. I only got 7 teams. Here we go. Baltimore win.
All right.
Buffalo win.
All right.
Jets wrong team favored.
Oh, there we go. There it is.
Saints win. Detroit wrong team favored. Minnesota wrong team favored. Give me the 49ers to win. 7 teams. $20 wins you $560.18.
All right. So I'm trying to do it quick and keep up. First lady of the podcast just walked in the room. She's very distracting, very beautiful. All right. So you got Ravens, Bills, Saints, Lions wrong team favorite, Jets wrong team favorite. Who else am I missing?
49ers.
49ers and
It was 7 teams.
I only got 6. I left somebody else.
Baltimore, Buffalo, Jets, Saints, Detroit, Minnesota, 49ers.
Minnesota was the team. Okay. All right. So you putting 20 on that to win
Yep.
$560.18. Hey, what's wrong with that? That's a pretty good payout. I'm down with it. All right, let me do mine here. Let's start with the I'm going to do Titans wrong team favored. I'm going to do Ravens to win. I'm going to do Eagles to win. I'm going to do Bills to win. I'm going to do Rams wrong team favored. I'm going to do Texans wrong team favored. I don't want to touch the Dallas game on this one. I'm going to do Chiefs cover and give me Niners win. That's a 8-team parlay because I just had to put one more game than you did. And $25 on that will win you $1,747.44, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, Houston Texans. Don't
Yeah,
let me
that
down.
Tennessee game.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, at least we'll know Thursday if that parlay's busted. I'd rather know that soon than to get busted on Monday night like a couple of mine did the last few weeks. All right, you ready to go bottoms up, man?
I got a little in here.
I got a little in
About
here too.
halfway down.
All right, here we go. Cheers, bottoms up.
Cheers.
Bottoms up, bottoms up, bottoms up.
All right, bottoms up. Where we start at the bottom of the order, the Monday night game, San Fran and Arizona, and work our way back in reversed order. to see a different perspective, both at the way the screen looks and also after we just chugged whatever we had left in our cup, man. Let's go. Talk to me.
Give me Arizona this time to cover. Kansas City to win. Dallas to cover. Pats to win. Saints to win. Bills to win. Eagles to win. Ravens to win. I stopped it at 8 teams.
No dogs. All right.
$50.
Oh,
Wins you $706.94.
I got a bigger number than that now. You got Ravens to win, Eagles to win, Bills to win, Saints to win, Pats to win, Boys to cover the 1, Chiefs to win, and Cardinals to cover the 8, right?
Yep.
The line is moved.
Exactly.
$50 gets you now $1,041.90, sir. I will bet that right along with you. I like that bet. I mean, the odds makers like it.
Well, apparently, you got $300 extra.
Yeah, I ain't mad about it. Okay. Bottoms up. Let's see here. I'm going to skip that Monday night game. It's been the bane of my existence. I lost it again this week, even though my parlay had busted before that. Give me the Chiefs to win this time. Give me the Bengals to win. Give me the... I don't want to touch that game, bro. Give me the Bears to win. Wrong team favorite. Skipping the Texans this time. Give me the Jets to win. Wrong team favorite. Give me the... No, I don't... Yeah, shit. I think they just lost such a big step without Breece Hall, man. I'll stick with it. Let's go Saints this time. Let's go. I'll take Lions, wrong team favorite on this one. Bills win. Eagles win. Ravens win. Titans win, wrong team favorite. So I don't know about both of these parlays after after Thursday night's game, man. Put 25 on that. That gets you a measly $4,234.73, dude. We doing it, man. I don't like that freaking Jets pick, but I did it, man. Here we go.
I let the Jets pick.
Yeah, I know.
They got James Robinson.
I know, man.
They got 2 quality running backs.
Yeah. Breece Hall was doing it. He was busting them runs, man. I don't know. But fair enough, man. That's gonna do it for week 11, man. You got any parting thoughts? Anything on your mind you want to talk about? Get off your chest. What's going on, man?
I got in a little trouble this week.
Uh-oh. Talk to me.
You know how, he ain't gonna listen to this part in the podcast or the stream, so it's okay. But my wife is kind of scary.
What's scary?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't
scary.
F with her.
Yeah. So she's been flexing. However, lately, in the last few weeks, she's been doing not 2-a-days, but 3-a-days at the gym. And she's going hard at it. Props to her. I love her. Awesome.
Kudos.
But man, when she's flexing, I was like, whoa.
You said what? What'd you say?
I ain't gonna bitch. My mouth is shut now. Like, usually I have a smart mouth around my wife.
Yeah. She gonna whoop your ass now, huh?
Yeah.
She keep your ass in line, man. No, you don't want to mess with Jen,
Send
man.
me to my room.
Yeah. And look over your shoulder. Yeah. I like it. Well, you ain't got to worry about me being at the gym anytime like that. I see her. She puts her Instagram stuff up. 5 a.m, be at the gym. I'm like, go ahead, girl. Go ahead, dude. College football, man. How you feeling? Bama's not making the playoffs. That's a new development.
Man, I don't know. For a few years now, I've been riding the ride, and I love this high, whatever. Like, I knew it. I mean, everything comes to an end. So after, 2017, 18, I knew it was coming to an end. I don't think it's quite there yet. But the waves are starting to crash. And maybe he might have one more. But that's about it. It's not going to be the Bama you know. But, I mean, if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, that, and, I just want the Noles to play the Tide in the bowl game, man, because we right there.
Oh, we gotta lose another game or two.
Well, hey, I mean, if you had a couple more games to schedule, you probably would. But, you know, hey, the Noles looking up, man. We climbing. I'm down with it, dude. We just gotta, if we can beat Florida, I'll be a happy man. So we'll see how that goes. But, man, football season, it's crazy, man. Week 11, college football is winding up. And we're getting into the meat and taters of the NFL season, man. It's been a lot of fun since the offseason talking with you. Celebrate our 1-year anniversary last week. Got plenty more to come, man. Let's hit that 1,500 subscribers this week. Don't forget to hit the bell, hit the like, hit the sub. Find us on Twitter, Instagram at 100ProofFB. May all your parlays come through, and may all the women be satisfied. From the Rocky Mountains of Utah down to the Panhandle of Florida, my name is Paul Kleckler. For Adam Pope, this has been 100 Proof Football. Keep it 100, won't you?
I'm out!